Okay guys, I've got a tape in and I've got it loaded and it plays, so I'm going to switch the input here. I'm just going to the front of my 1000 here and we'll hit play. Okay, well at least we do have a picture. So let's see if we have fast forward. No, we do not. Do we have pause? Nope. No pause. We have stop and we have play. So we have some things to work out. Let's go ahead and see. Okay, so the remote works on it, so there's got to be something wrong with the circuit board. So there's a circuit board in the front here when you take the faceplate off, and I suspect there's probably some capacitors that have went bad, so we'll change those out. First thing we need to do is pull the circuit board off, and then we'll test for bad caps, and then we'll replace any of them if they need to be replaced. Not sure why the buttons are not working, but they do plug in to here, so, but the remote seems to work. Even with the remote, it seems to hesitate. No, it does. I guess it's working alright. So, I don't want to show too much of the screen because I don't want YouTube giving me a copyright claim. Yeah, we gotta. Yeah, we will work on that. We'll get that fixed. I replaced the cassette housing. But we're gonna have to do some work. We're getting closer, but we gotta, first of all, what I might have to do is take the two cassette housings, and because I don't want this getting stuck. Yeah, it's already stuck, so let's unplug it. Yeah, it's stuck, like it's got an issue with the motor, I think. So I'm gonna go ahead and we'll have unplugged it. We're gonna take the tape back out, and what we're gonna do, so here's the original cassette basket. Now Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put a tape in it. I'm going to manually, by hand, see if the tape will go in and out without any issues. Last night when I had that dummy tape in it, you notice that it only lifted up the one side. So I'm really thinking that there's a gear in here that is needing to be replaced. So we can take the two cassette housings and make one good one. If this cassette housing does work and there's nothing wrong with it, the next step that we will need to take is we need to investigate underneath this motor, because this motor has had a tendency to one of the gears, the teeth will shear off and will cause issues with loading the tape. Now it wraps the tape around the drum and it plays. That's telling me that it's in one of the gears. I think it's a very good possibility that if this cassette housing does work and there's nothing wrong with it, then this is going to be my culprit. Now I think I do have another one of these mechanisms. So we'll pull the motor off and then we'll take a look at the gears and see if we can see any teeth that are chewed. What's really weird is that, you know, I can get the tape to go in if I use a little bit of force. I can get it to go in, but I think there is a suspicion that the gear under this motor assembly is failing. So once we're getting closer, but you know, it's gonna take a while. You know, sometimes you can repair them pretty quickly, and other times it takes a while to diagnose what's going on and what's happening. So but we do exactly, but at least I know that it'll play tapes. At least, you know, I know that much. So we'll do some more investigating, and once I've diagnosed the problem, we can repair it, and then we can get it put back together, and we can get it up for sale, and it'll go to its new owner. After we do some servicing, we need to do, after the repairs, it needs to have a service done. What that means is cleaning the gears, re-greasing them, re-lubing other moving parts. Gears, if the parts that are not gears, you use 3-in-1 oil. So some parts need greased, some parts need oiled. So we clean it, we oil it, we do a service on the reel table motor, and this thing will be out the door and going to a new home. Okay guys, so I did a full diagnostic, and unfortunately the cassette housing, that's the fault. So we are going to fix this thing. We are going to get it up and going. It is going to be a very simple repair. Now, I was working on these two cassette baskets. The problem is they both have the same broken gears. So both of them are broken in the same spot. So the only thing that I'm going to do is I've ordered a parts machine. Now I've got this machine including shipping. Everything was under 50 bucks. So I now have a donor machine coming, and we're going to put the cassette basket in it, and we'll change the door, and this thing will be up and going. This is a very nice machine. This is, you know, yes, it's a mid-range model. It's not a high-end. It's not really a middle end. It's kind of a low-end. This is a low-end unit. It does not support Beta 1S in playback. It will not play back Beta 1S. It will only play back regular Beta 1. And then of course it'll play 2 and 3. And then Super 2 and 3. But it will not play back Super 1. So this machine is going to be good to go once I put that part in. I had to pick a good candidate. Now the guy said that the machine that I got, he said that the tape will go in and out just fine. There's no problems, so I decided to purchase it just for the cassette basket or cassette housing. So when that comes, we're gonna put it in, and this thing will be up and going, because there is no other problems except for there is some problems with the buttons. There's some seems to be some front buttons that are not working, but that's the only thing. I gotta go and that's the only thing I hadn't looked into, is to test the capacitors on that front circuit board with the buttons. And this sounds crazy, but when I put the new cassette housing in, that might not be an issue anymore, because when the machine is having difficulties with the tape going in, it can confuse the machine, and maybe certain things won't work. I think that once I get the new cassette housing in this thing, that all the other problems are gonna go away, because that was the only two problems that I found. There was a broken gear in the cassette housing, and there was a broken gear, the same gear, in my donor housing. So, you know, and then the button issue, but we're gonna fix those issues. We'll fix one issue, and then we'll go to the issue in the front. The nice thing about this machine is it has, you know, input and outputs. It's, you know, the head amplifier is in good condition. The heads are in good condition. You know, you got your line audio in and out. You got your video in and out. You got your coaxial cable. It's got a digital tuner, electronic tuner. Well, it's nice. So, because this thing will go up to like 105 channels or something like that. But this is a really nice unit, and it tracks perfectly. I checked the tape path alignment, and that was fine. So there was nothing wrong there. So, you know, this is a nice machine. There is a scuff mark. There's a scratch right there. It's pretty deep, but I'm gonna get some of that. I got some Novus scratch remover, plastic. I'm gonna go ahead and clean that, and I'm gonna see if I can make that scratch less noticeable. So that is it. That's the update so far. See you guys later. Bye bye.